Morning you guys, it's Karen and I have another 2018 favourites for you, this time makeup. It's Monday as I'm filming this and we still don't have any results for Watson, unfortunately, and that he's having a bit of a bad time, and so I am distracting myself with this video. I do have the phone tucked into my leggings in case it goes. So let's start with foundation, and I've got two to show you, but I don't have a favourite because the first one I want to show you is the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, and the other one is the Sleek Life Proof Foundation. And they're just two of the many foundations that I used in 2018. And I do really enjoy this and I do really enjoy this, but I can't say that yet they are a favourite, because with the Bare Minerals Bare Pro, I suspect this was my favourite last year. I think this was a 2017 favourites, and this was my kind of holy grail. But all of a sudden during the year, it started to look not very nice. Every time I put it on, I was like, oh no, it doesn't look very nice. Why? What's happening? And I think it was just that my skin has changed so much from being very oily to now being more on the dry side. I've got this one on today. I've got the Bare Minerals Bare Pro on in 09. And I do like how it looks, but I don't know whether I'll like it as the day goes on. And I tried just so many other ones that there really wasn't any one that I used that consistently. This Sleek Life Proof Foundation I've got in LP04, which is really dark, so I could only use this one when I had like the first day of my tan on, but I did really enjoy that. The number 7 drops, do you remember I got the number 7 foundation drops, and I've got those in 2 colours. I was absolutely adoring that for a while, probably a month or something I was using that, and then I suddenly started noticing it looking cakey, so I don't know whether I changed the tool I was using or whether it was because my skin was even drier. I don't know what went on there, but yeah, I don't have any one that stands out as that's my kind of ride or die foundation. For brows, however, I do have favourites, and I tried a lot of brow products in 2018. I tried pomades again, because I'd kind of just left my pomades and not used them. I tried pomades, I tried pencils, I tried powders, I tried mousses, I tried the new Revolution. Do you remember I tested that Revolution that was a sort of liquid in a sponge? I tried everything for brows, and I have 2 favourite items that just I was using all year, and they are my favourite. The first one is the Anastasia brow powder in Caramello.
Oops.
This is my new one. I've still not started this one. I'm still working through that old one. It has broken, but since I've had my brows done, I don't need to use it as much. So that is definitely a favourite. It's the only powder, you know, I've used eyeshadows in the past and they don't seem to stay on my brows. And so I don't know whether it's just psychological, but this seems to stay on my brows and attach to my skin better and look more natural, and I absolutely love it. And then the pencil is the NYX Micro Brow, I think it's called. Yeah, Micro Brow Pencil in chocolate. This one just seems to be the perfect colour for me. It's the perfect skinny pencil. It's, to me, is a dupe of the Anastasia one, because that's, you know, I have used the Anastasia pencil and that is an item that I found I can dupe, whereas I haven't with the powder. So yeah, I love that. And I have actually used this a little bit, because I think I said to you guys, little bits of where I had the micro blading done up there have actually disappeared. So I used that to fill it in. What I don't have as a favourite is a gel to hold my hairs up, because I've been trying a few of the products I've got and they're just not working. So let me know what your favourite brow gel is. On to eyes, and my favourite eye primer is this. This is the Smashbox 24-hour Photo Finish Shadow Primer. I've tried a couple of the Smashbox primers, because there's one that's got a doe foot and it's a white one. I'm currently using the Urban Decay Sin, I think it's called, something Sin. But this one to me is the best, and it's one I've used for a long time. This is my 2nd tube, maybe even 3rd tube, and I've got a backup as well. And this is definitely my favourite, because it goes on clear, which I never thought I would like. I always liked one with a bit of colour, like the kind of MAC painterly kind of thing, or a soft ochre was my favourite actually. But this one is just goes on clear, but it still makes the eyeshadow pop, makes the eyeshadow last all day. It's just fantastic, absolutely love it, and it lasts a long, long time. It is expensive, but I don't mind buying expensive things if they're ones that last a long time, and this does. You know, this would last me, I don't know, 6 months to a year or something. Shadows, you can imagine that this is one of the hardest categories because I have so much eyeshadow, but I haven't actually bought that many new palettes in 2018, or I certainly haven't bought that many that I've kept anyway. I bought a lot and either sold them or they're in my auction boxes. But But the one that I bought and I have loved is this one. It's the Anastasia Beverly Hills Norvina palette. And I have never been disappointed when I've used this. And that's a big thing for me to be able to say, because I'm super fussy with palettes. And unless, I don't know, I even have palettes that I keep because I like 2 shadows from them. It's very, very rare that I love, you know, most of the shadows in the palette. But for this one, I can't see a shadow that I don't like. I think even this one I put on and I thought it was quite nice. It's not something I'd wear every day, but you know, it's an unusual colour. But this has got everything in it and I just love it. I absolutely love it. I love the quality of the shadows. I have got the, is it called Modern Renaissance palette, which I barely use because it's all mattes except for 2, and I don't like the 2 shimmers in it. And I also bought the Soft Glam, but I sold the Soft Glam. I wasn't that impressed with it. But this one I just adore. I think this one is quite different. You know, I couldn't say that I could duplicate these colours in the palettes that I have, so I love that. My Viseart palettes. This is the Petite Pro 2, I think. Petite Pro 2, yeah. Again, Viseart palettes, if I had to choose one brand of eyeshadow to use, it would probably be Viseart, because the shadows are just amazing. I feel like these would be really good for beginners and would have been great for me as a beginner just a few years back, you know, because they don't take a lot of blending. You just sort of put it in your crease and it's done without you doing too much work. Well, I suppose you don't learn then, do you? But the colours are just so beautiful in this one. I love it. I love every single one of these colours at the top here, and I like this one as well, even though it's a matte. I very rarely wear mattes on my lids, but I have worn that and enjoyed that too. And then finally, the Makeup Geek pigments I had to mention, because I still love my pigments and would probably choose pigments over eyeshadows. They're not in the Makeup Geek pots. I always decant my pigments so that I can have a few in my makeup bag. So this first one is called, is it called, oh, I've forgotten it. It's on the bottom. Moon something? No, Prism. Moon? Where did I get Moon from? This one is called Prism. And when I wear it, you guys compliment me. It is a beautiful peach colour. Would you say that's peach? It's a sort of peachy white, depending on what light you look into it. Hopefully you can see it okay. And oh, it's just so stunning. And the other one is more of a coral colour. And this one is called Wildfire. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is Wildfire. My little sticker has fallen off. And I was like, oh no, as soon as I put it on my hand. This is Makeup Geek Wildfire, and another one that you guys compliment me on when I wear it, but obviously it's a lot brighter. Yeah, love my pigments, really enjoy my pigments, and Makeup Geek just do amazing pigments. Okay, eyeliner, you probably know exactly which one I'm going to say. It's the NYX liquid eyeliner in matte. They do a matte one and a vinyl one, and this is just one of my backups. I don't need to get it out, you guys know what it's like. It has a brush, a very thin brush, and that to me is quite, it's not difficult to find, but it's not, most eyeliners produced by companies, especially drugstore companies, are the felt tip type eyeliners. And I've got the one by Barry M called On Point that I'm using, which is okay, but liquid eyeliner with a brush is the only one I find that goes on very black on top of like shimmery eyeshadow. And this one, that's what I've got on today, is really nice and matte, but you can buy it in vinyl if you like a shinier eyeliner. It doesn't budge, it doesn't smudge. The brush is nice and thin, so you could have a really thin line if you wanted. It's not so liquidy that it goes in your eyes, because I've tried a few others with a brush. One, the brush was too thick, and another one, I can't remember which one it was, but it was so liquidy that it would run into your eyes, whereas this one doesn't do that. It doesn't dry out. It's just amazing. And like I said, I've got, I think, about 3 of these. I keep buying one. Every time I'm in Boots, I'm like, oh, I better buy another one of those, because I think I'm about to run out, and then I'm like, oh, I already have some. So I've got a lot of those and would highly recommend it. Mascara, I maybe shouldn't be showing you this, because I was thinking it's not a holy grail. I do like it, but it's there's a space for mascara. But this is the one that I've been using that I like the best of the cruelty-free range, because as you know, I've been trying to convert everything cruelty-free. The one thing I have not found a holy grail for, or a replacement for, if you like, is my mascara, because I love that Maybelline one, and I still have a couple to go through. But this is as close as it gets, because it's got a tiny little brush, and this is the Kiko Fall 2.0, but this will be called something different. The lady in Kiko told me that this Sorry about that, I got a text there and it's actually Watson's dog walker wants to come and visit him. She's missing him, so I've said absolutely she can come and visit him. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, mascara. The funny thing about Kiko, see, I don't really like Kiko products. I have to say, this is one of the few things from Kiko that I enjoy, and even this frustrates me because it's in there. They were telling me that they are going to now have it permanently, but it will be in different packaging every year. So this one was full 2.0, this one was the 2018 early edition, and then there's now it's in different packaging, and I don't know, I just find it really difficult. And like I said, any other products I've bought from Kiko I don't love, and this one is quite expensive. I can't remember exactly how much it is, but it's not a drugstore price mascara, but I do really enjoy it. It's got a tiny brush. There's one other that I want to try that looks like it's got a comb brush, because that's what the one from Maybelline that I love has got a comb brush to it. Well, it's not a brush, it's a comb. It's a mascara comb, and I've searched the internet. I can't find another one except for Pop Beauty, but they're currently out of stock, so once they have it in stock I will try that one and see if that one's maybe any good. And finally for eyes is eyelashes. These are my new favourites. So these are the Eylure Accents number 003. The ones that were my favourites last year I still absolutely adore. These are the Fleur de Force 3/4 lashes. These are the only ones that I can wear. I can only really wear 3/4 lashes because my eyes are so small. You know, they're not wide eyes, they're very narrow eyes, and so I can only wear 3/4 lashes. But even these 3/4 lashes, it's still very obvious that I've got lashes on. Whereas these ones are just not quite as dramatic as these, but they still look. It looks like I've got long lashes. I've said to you guys before, and you agreed, that when I wear these, it gives the. It makes people go, oh, is she wearing lashes or are those her lashes? And that's what I like, you know, that it's not quite as obvious as she's got false lashes on. You can't tell. It may just be that I've got long lashes or been using a lash serum or something like that. So I really like these lashes. But I do like these also, and I do still sometimes wear these. I've just realised I forgot to mention concealer. I've stopped wearing concealer underneath my eyes, and I'm not missing it at all, I have to say, because that was just an extra step, and I always found that it made my crow's feet look worse. But the one that I would say is my favourite, and again I've tried a lot of concealers, is this Bare Minerals Bare Skin in, I don't know what colour this is in actually, but this was definitely a more appropriate colour for me. It's the only one that I could wear and you guys wouldn't tell me that my under eye was too light. This one is in, it doesn't say what colour it is, but I suppose that doesn't really matter to you guys, does it? Because you'll need to get the colour that's appropriate for you. But it's got a doe foot on the end. It's a really nice creamy product. And it's one that I think everything sinks into fine lines concealer wise. I didn't find anything. Well, I found concealers that didn't sink into my lines, but then they didn't give enough coverage, you know. So I think if you've got coverage, they're going to sink into your lines a certain amount. But this was the least problematic out of all of the ones I tried. But it's got good coverage, but it's still thin. You know, it's not a thick, too creamy kind of, oh God, what am I saying? I'm really not sure I'm making sense on this, but it gives good coverage. It stays in place, you know, although like I said, I think it does show up lines a little bit more. It stays in place and it doesn't sink. As the day goes on, it doesn't look worse. So that was my favourite concealer. And what I just dropped everywhere there were my lip products, and I've got a couple of cheek products to talk about as well. So lip products, lip liners. I've actually got 3 favourites because, okay, lip liners. Did I say that already? Lip liners. I've got 3 favourites because I really do love all of these. The first are the Kat Von D lip liners. Not a particular colour. This one here is in Lolita 2, but I love the consistency of the Kat Von D liners. And I know that they've got a huge range of colours, but it's not. There are colours that I would like them to have that they don't have, believe it or not. They've got so many, but I would like them to have a pinky beige. I don't know. They just don't have every colour that I would like, but I do love the consistency. They stay on really well. They're creamy. You don't have to drag your lips, you know, really, really nice. The NYX ones I absolutely adore, but it's only these, I think it's called Glide On something. Oh God, I need my glasses again. Need my glasses for absolutely everything nowadays. Slide On, Glide On, Stay On, and definitely a Turn On waterproof lip liner. These are the ones I like. They're the ones that, because there's even ones called Velvet, but I didn't find they were as soft, and these ones, the glide on ones, are just super smooth, you know, and I feel like they give you the best outline and they stay on, etc, etc. And then this is a recent find. This is the Colourpop. Oh, it's not a recent find in terms of the liner, because I have used their lip liners over the years, and to remember I use Tootsie quite a lot, but this one is in Toy, and that's what I've got on today. I'm going to put it on my hand here, and I think that this, I always say this, but I think this might be the one I was looking for, that is a dupe of the Maybelline one that I have been trying to find a dupe for, because I don't want to buy the Maybelline one anymore. It was called Whisper of Pink or something like that. Anyway, this is an amazing colour, so it's called Toy, and like I said, that's what I've got on today, and I've got on the liquid lipstick by Too Faced in Child Star, but this just seems to go with most of my nude liquid lipsticks, so love that, and it stays on. The only problem is, of course, we have to order it from abroad and wait for a bit for the package to arrive here in the UK. For liquid lipsticks, I have got two. This is the Stila liquid lipstick in Caramello. This is my absolute ultimate favourite, and probably was last year as well. That's the colour. And then I've got the Kat Von D in Lolita. I just adore this. I adore the colour, I adore the formula. I've got many other Kat Von D liquid lipsticks. With Stila, I think this is, it's not the only one I've got, but it's the only one I wear a lot, you know. So those are my two. If I had to take two lipsticks out of my whole collection, it would be those two. I love them, really love them. Love how they feel, but they are drying. You know, I don't mind the fact that liquid lipsticks are drying, because I normally put a bit of lip balm or a lip gloss on top of them. I do also like the Too Faced one, because like I said, I've got the Too Faced Child Star on today, and I like Child Star and I like Queen Bee, but the formula is drying out quicker than the Stila and Kat Von D, and I've had the Too Faced, I've had these longer, but the Too Faced is drying out quicker, and I don't enjoy the formula of those as much as the Stila and Kat Von D. I think the Stila and Kat Von D is a little bit thinner. Anyway, I have a favourite lip gloss, and you guys will know I do use lip gloss, but I use it just to a dab in the middle of my lip on top of things. And I don't like traditional lip glosses, so I don't like sticky lip glosses. And it's not something I'll constantly top up. I probably just use it for YouTube videos, to be honest with you. Anyway, this one is the Alex Steiner Plump and Glow Plumping Lip Gloss, and I really like this. It doesn't plump for me at all. Let me just put some on for you, and you can see. It's just a really nice neutral colour. No stickiness at all. It's like, to me, it's like a lip balm, but just with a little bit of colour, and so I've really enjoyed this since buying it. I won't be able to link, that's the one thing I won't be able to link for you in the description, because I don't think that range is online. Maybe it is, I'll see. If it is, I will link it for you. And of course, I have enjoyed my Buxom lip creams, but I don't know, not as much as I've enjoyed that Alex Steiner one. And finally, cheeks. The bronzer that I have loved the most is this one. This is the Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze in Fair to Light, and although it's my favourite, I haven't used it that much this year, because it's one of those that I feel like I'm saving for best, which I just think it's a habit I want to get out of, because I'm sure there's a poem about it or something, you know, you just never know what's going to happen in life, so use your good stuff, you know, that's what they say, isn't it? Use your good china. And so I should use this more, especially since I don't actually use bronzer every day. It's something that I have used less and less over the past year. And yes, this is my absolute favourite. The one I'm using at the moment I'm really enjoying, and that would be a runner-up, and it's the e.l.f. Do you remember I did the e.l.f. dupe? It's a dupe for the Benefit Hula Light, and it is actually their face powder. I can't remember the colour, but I'll link that video where I did the dupe, and I'm really enjoying that, and that's what I've got on today. I just put a little bit at the tops of my cheeks there to warm me up, you know, but I do really like this Bare Minerals one. I love the colour. You can see it's really, really light. I need a really, really light bronzer, even when I've got self-tan on. And it's got the tiniest bit of, I don't even want to say shine to it, but it's got something in it, but it's not a sparkly one or anything like that, you know. What I don't have is a highlighter, because I can't remember the last time I used a highlighter. It was probably when I bought that Revolution loose highlighter, and I really like that one, but it drifted down my face by the end of the day, so you know, started on top of my cheekbones and ended up really everywhere. And And I'm just not really a highlighter girl, so I don't have a favourite highlighter, unfortunately. But my favourite blushes have been, without a doubt, the Glossier Cloud Paint. And I'm really surprised I'm saying that, because I never thought I would be saying that a blush was a favourite that was not a powder, because I never really like choosing anything else other than a powder. But I love these. This one is in Puff, I think. Yeah, this one is in Puff, this one is in Beam, and I've also got another one that's in Haze. Haze was the first one I bought and I loved it so much I went and bought another two. They just give a really nice natural look. I've not got that on today, unfortunately. I wasn't that organised. I've got a Colourpop one on today in Cheerio, which I'm really enjoying, and I thought about including, but I thought you've only used it a few times, so I feel like it would be cheating. But yeah, they give you a nice natural glow, but you can build it up to as much as you want. They seem to apply okay over powder or under powder. You know, you can apply them any way you like, so I really enjoy those, and you only need the tiniest amount. And that is everything for my 2018 makeup favourites. So I hope that you enjoyed that. I should start watching some of these videos so that I know, you know, I could maybe find the brow product, or I could maybe find my perfect foundation or my perfect mascara, etc. if I watch some of these videos. But I don't know why I never seem to have time to do anything leisurely, if that makes sense. Like, I very rarely watch videos unless I'm doing housework, and sometimes I'm watching my own video back to make sure I don't need to adjust anything. So I think, did I tell you everything I've got on my face except for my eyeshadow? My eyeshadow is, I used my MAC Warm Neutrals palette this morning. So this colour, the main colour you can see is Amber Lights. I think I told you everything else, didn't I? I told you foundation, lipstick, yeah, I told you everything else. These earrings are from H&M, but I don't think they do them anymore, unfortunately. This jumper is from Petite Boutique, and that's everything. So thank you so much for watching today, and I'll speak to you again soon.